we're gonna rant about society here, okay? I just feel like running a rant. I got a little thing in me here that needs to be released, that needs to be expressed out into the universe. About society. I used to make a lot of these rants in the early stages of this channel. And I feel like, I'm kind of due for one right now. So, there seems to be a way in the universe, the Tao, in which everything is perfect. I mean everything, down to the T, okay? Everything, every action, every moment, the lion chasing the zebra and putting his claws and his canine teeth just into the zebra. Perfect, right? Perfect. The singing of a bird, perfect. There seems to be this innate, inherent harmony in the way of things, in the universe. Okay? This is what the Chinese refer to as the Tao, the way, the path. Okay? And really, it's very, very easy to see. You do not have to be some Chinese, some next level Jackie Chan type martial artist hanging around in nature to see it. You just go out and observe a little bit. Observe, sit back and observe. It's perfect. It's all perfect. Like there is a national park here in Canada and they're reintroducing wolves to it so that they can hunt down the deers or something. I don't know. Because there were too many deers and they were disturbing the habitat. I don't know if it was deers, but something. One of them, okay? And there was too many of them. They were disturbing the habitat and they were altering the flow of the river. They had to reintroduce wolves. Now you might look at wolves, and be like, look at them, they're murderous. But no, it's all perfect. We need everything in nature the way it is. The way it is to keep the harmony, the flow of the Tao, the flow of the way it is. Okay, so as a society, we have perfected, I'll tell you, this is how perfect everything is. We have perfected the art of imperfecting, living in resistance, in imperfection, with the harmony of the Tao, with the harmony of the universe. And examples are around you all the time, okay? First of all, disease and sickness. We are living in a society that is disease-stricken. And I'm not speaking only about Western society, my friends, okay? All my relatives, all of them, the ones 40 and over, they got either diabetes or blood pressure or something or other. Okay, some ailment. And they live in the Middle East. Okay, it's not just Western society, global society. We live in a very, very disease-stricken, ill society. And if you're physically ill, you're mentally ill, and your spirit can't even breathe. You're just stuck in a very dense and heavy and disease-stricken vehicle. Okay, imagine you were driving a car and it stinks in there, right? And the car is breaking down, but you can't even leave your car right now because you've got to drive it all the way through until the trip is over. And it stinks. Everything's breaking apart. It's all rusty, and there's like all kinds of nasty, toxic chemicals and fumes in the car, and you've got to keep driving the car for 80 years. Not very pleasant. Not going to be a pleasant ride. Okay, your soul, you as the person, you aren't going to be breathing all that much. Okay? It's the same thing. So, what caused this disease? Plain and simple. Disease, dis-ease. Then that implies there is a state of ease. And there indeed is a state of ease. There indeed is a state of harmony. There is a harmony. The universe is very, very harmonious, okay? And if we start to pay attention to natural laws and live in accordance with natural laws as opposed to in resistance to natural laws. Nature is immoral. What do I mean by immoral? It says, look, boys and girls, here are the rules. This is the backyard. We're in an amusement park anyway. All of creation is an amusement park. Nature says, the Tao says, God says, look, these are the rules, right? You're playing in my backyard. You're going to play by my rules. Here are the rules. Live by, eat this food that's appropriate for your body. Rise with the sun. Sleep when the sun is not there. Follow your body's natural clock. Live in harmony with other organisms. Live in harmony with your fellow man and woman. Like basic rules, right? It's not even that complicated. And you'll be okay. You'll be in a state of ease. You'll be in a state of harmony. But of course, our sophisticated rational mind and our sophisticated free will, right? The illusion of free will, but nevertheless, the free will element. This is basically Adam and Eve eating from the apple from the tree, right? They're the free will. Of course, we start to live in resistance against the harmony of the Tao, causing a perpetual state of dis-ease, because the natural way of things is ease, harmony. Harmony is the way of things. You could even put harmony in that definition. God equals consciousness, equals energy, equals love, equals beauty, equals harmony. That's the Tao, the harmony, the way of things, okay? And it's perfect. Nature is perfect in all its horrors and in all its beauty. Okay? It is perfect. Just the way it is. Death is perfect. Human death, animal death, it's all perfect. We've just gotta sit back and relax and watch and accept it and play by the rules. And if we do so, we will live a life that is full of ease, full of harmony. Okay? So, to give you another, I said earlier that nature is immoral, meaning you either play by my rules, you have a good life of ease. You don't play by the rules. It's plain and simple. The laws are there. Karma, plain and simple. Karma. Okay? Karma is immoral too, by the way. It's neither good nor bad. It's just like, here are the rules. This is what happens if you play the game with these set of variables, quote unquote, doing good things, good karma. Here's what happens if you play the game with the other set of rules, because the element of its duality, right? Light and darkness. So, in other words, here's what happens if you play with the light element. If you align yourself with the light element of things. And here's what happens if you align yourself with the dark element of things. And this is how it goes. So if you're living in harmony, you're living in the light of God, in the beauty of God, right? You're in a state of ease. If you're living in the darkness, the dark side, this is the same thing as the force, right? That there's the light side of the force and the dark side of the force. Now you, as the consciousness, you're outside both of it. But while you're incarnate here and you play and experience yourself, you're going to be more likely to align yourself with one way or another. And the laws are plain and simple. This is karma. Play by these rules, you'll be in ease. Play by the other set of rules, you'll be in dis-ease. So, as you can see, as a society, we have decided to build city-states. City is basically a way of separating humankind from other kind. Okay? No longer living in harmony with the animal kingdom. Okay? See, that's a big one. And no longer living in harmony with the plant kingdom, which we depend on for everything. For food, for oxygen. We depend on them. That's what it's so absurd. Absurd. We depend on the plant kingdom. We depend on the animal kingdom. And they depend on us. It's a symbiotic relationship. But, of course, because we want to do things our way, we want to impose our will, our human will, we create cities, and we now want to get comfortable things, so we create houses and heat and air conditioning and cars to drive around. We don't give a shit. Who cares? Who cares if we pollute? Now, let me give you guys something that's gonna blow your mind. The reason why all of us, to one degree or another, are disease-stricken, ill-stricken, it's plain and simple. It's karma. It's collective karma. We're paying back because we keep incarnating, and we basically been doing this for a long time, right? It's the same souls just coming here, popping in, popping out, mostly anyway, right? Mostly. There's some new souls, but mostly, for the most part, it's the same souls. And we've been ruining and destroying the planet, and we don't think of consequences. We don't think about the other animals, the other plants. We don't think about the future human generations. I want to be comfortable. I want to drive a car right now. I want to drive a car. You know, who cares? Pollution, whatever. It doesn't matter. Right? We think very selfishly. And so, the way the karma works is we come back to reap what we sowed. You see? So all this disease, all this sickness is just karma. It's karma. It's plain and simple. That's why most people are sick. Now, we have to be compassionate and say, well, let's fix the world. Okay? That's the beauty of the game. The way the game works, the way, God consciousness is very, very intelligent. Very, very intelligent. It is playing with this element of suffering, with this element of pain. Really, it's very, very, very genius, actually. And you can see why we have disease, because we need to relieve the disease. So we need to have light workers, to healers. And they wouldn't exist as healers, as light workers. You can think of yourself as light worker. Anybody on this channel pretty much is a light worker. We would need the world to be in a big mess to be light workers. You see the beauty of the game? Because if the world wasn't full of disease, we wouldn't be light workers. We wouldn't be healers. We wouldn't be anything special. We would just be same as everything else. Beautiful game. Magnificent. Oh, God. The God conscious, which is you, is a really, really intelligent being. Really intelligent being. So, to fix society, plain and simple, to relieve suffering, to relieve disease, is to go back to the way things are. To go back and live. I'm not saying go back live like we used to live 100,000 years ago. No. That was a different time, different human population, different everything. But we've got to start aligning ourselves more and more in harmony with the way of things. Okay? So one thing that I'm discovering right now, because I'm doing this fruit experiment, okay? I am beginning to really intuitively, on a deeper level, recognize that fruits are the most optimal food for human beings. Okay? I'm just really beginning to grasp that truth. I really have a strong feeling, that an intuitive truth of that. Okay? So for example, if we can all come to this agreement, but you can't impose this. Everybody has to reach it on their own. That's the thing. But if our consciousness goes up enough and we start to see things, start to see what's most optimal. So what we could do is we could start to have those greenhouses everywhere. In the deserts, arid climates, cold climates, and start to grow fruits and have the food of the planet predominantly as fruits for human consumption. That's one example of aligning, or I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree with this and write me stuff, blah, blah, blah. Here's scientific studies, blah, blah. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah. So, this is going to give you an example here. Take it in as an example, right? Take it in as an example. That way, we align ourselves with the harmony, with the way of things. So if let's say the harmony of the human is to eat fruits. Now, you're not going to force it on anybody, but you promote it as the thing to do. And we use technology to accomplish that. See, I'm not saying we go back 100,000 years ago, because we can't. Look at the way things are. It's a big mess. But this is one example. Another example is dismantling cities little by little, slowly, and just have everybody live in the country, pretty much. I don't know. This is just an idea. Like, what if you just dismantled all the cities slowly, not just like right away, and started to have humans occupy the countryside and have their own space and their own house and, you know, their own backyard, and they can grow their own foods, etc. I don't know. There's probably a lot of different solutions for it, but that's one way of doing it. Okay, one way of doing it. We have to use technology. We have to use what is in the present moment to align ourselves more and more with the harmony of things, with the way of things, with the Tao, with the universal Tao, and with the nature. Nature is God, is Tao, is consciousness, is love, is beauty, is truth, is wisdom. Okay? And then we can live in a state of ease. We can live in a state of ease. So if we don't quickly figure out some way to live in harmony with nature, we're doomed, boys and girls. We are absolutely doomed, and we keep creating karma and we keep reincarnating and to experience it. Okay, we keep coming back to experience it. There's no way around karma. There's no way around the universal law of you reap what you sow. Okay, and if you think, you know, you've got to question everything. You've got to be conscious. Where am I getting this shirt from? Who's paying for it? Where am I getting my food from? What's involved in this? What kind of karma is involved in this? How much suffering did this animal go through? And you be conscious of it on an individual level. You don't impose it on anybody else. Do not impose, do not expect. I just made a video before this. I don't know if it's going to be uploaded before or whatever. I talked about, you know, Father, forgive them for they do not know what they're doing. Don't impose your way on things. Have compassion. Okay? But on an individual level, do your own observations and see what is in harmony with the Tao. How can I live more in harmony with the Tao? What kind of foods are going to put me in a more harmonious flow, more harmony with nature? And you know, the reason why I said fruits is because, you know, from a totally naturalistic perspective, it seems like perfect food for humans, no? Like, it falls from the tree, you pick it up and you eat it. And you know, it's mind-boggling. The fruit wants to be eaten so that its seed can spread, because that's how the tree grows. Isn't that fascinating? Fascinating. So there's a lot of clues that I'm feeding, not just on a physiological level, but also just from observing nature, that is telling me that fruits might be the most optimal, not the only food, I'm talking about optimal here. The fruits might be the most optimal thing for humans. It creates the least amount of karma, for sure. It creates, because the fruit's there. So you're walking, it's there. You pick it up and you eat it, right? You're not having to go and kill something or somebody or whatever for it. So, but the law of karma is immoral, and it acts, and it is there, and you can't escape it. So at least do it on an individual level. Okay, that's all you could do. That's all we really can do. You know, there's a saying: I was smart and I wanted to change the world. I think Rumi or somebody said that. Yesterday I was clever. Yesterday I was clever and I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise and I only want to change myself. So by just changing this particular individual unit, this particular individual entity, and aligning it more in harmony, in a state of ease with the laws of nature, then because you will be so overflowing with joy and happiness and ease and love, people will look at you and be like, why is she experiencing this pleasure and laughter and happiness and joy and state of ease and flow? I want to be like that, because we're all reaching for the light. All of us are reaching for the light. All of it, the whole thing. It's God trying to unite with itself again, trying to find its way back to itself. So when we see the light, okay, then we're attracted to it. For you guys who are attracted to watching these videos, right? You're attracted to the light that is, you know, coming out of me, out of my third eye every now and then. When I make these videos, I'm talking about the ones that really like these videos. What you're attracted to is the light, which is within you already. Okay, and I do what I can to align myself with that light, to put myself in a state of harmony, and that's why, from looking at my videos from a completely objective, as if I'm not Saeed, they're pretty solid videos, because I am in flow when I make them. Okay, and so if you're in flow, you're in harmony with the Tao, you're in harmony with the universe, and it's beautiful, baby. It's beautiful. Okay, and then you're like, I could be like that too. That's just a recognition that I could also be in flow, in harmony. And yeah, that's what's wrong with society. That's what we're living. It's living against nature, against resistance, control. We're trying to manipulate and control nature, manipulate it for our own self-interests, really. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed this rant. This was quite different than the previous rants that I made. I was a little bit more angry back in the day, and I understand why. I really do. It's frustrating. It really is frustrating. All right, that's about it, guys. I want to thank and appreciate all our Patreons for supporting this channel, this community. Okay, you guys are amazing. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Your support means the world to me, and I'm always appreciative. I'll tell you this again and again every video. I'm always appreciative of you guys. You guys are amazing, awesome. Thank you very much. I take a little bow to you here. And if you would like to support us, support this community in its growth, and would like to support me so I can keep doing this, more importantly, I want to do this full time. I can do this full time, then we can really, really take this community to the next level, right? If you want to buy me a cup of tea, a lemon water, or something, maybe spring water, whatever, right? If you want to just contribute $2 a month, you could do so on Patreon. You might think it's irrelevant, but it adds up. If enough people do this, it adds up, and it's not really costing you much. $2 a month, right? I bet you drop like $2 every month. You just drop a couple of toonies, or a toonie or loonies, right? It's not much, but it adds up if everybody pitches in. But again, if it's not something you want to do, I'm not going to impose my will here, because we've just got to keep things in harmony with the universe, harmony with the Tao, right? And that's about it. Love you guys. Mwah. And until next time, may the force be with you.